All right. This video is for DOGE. It's my video resume for DOGE. Even though I'm not looking for a job, not one that pays anyway, because I've never made any money, and which affords me not having to pay taxes, which is like, it's not a stand against taxes or paying them. It's like I can't be bothered with bullshit, you know. And so and I live here in Northern Virginia, Fairfax County, Lorton, you know, like down the street from George Mason's Gunston Hall, and up the other direction to Mount Vernon, George Washington, and the Sally Fairfax Plantation is right up the street. And so I'm right here in historical Lorton, but since we have the sewage treatment plant here, well, you know. Anyway, so okay, this room, I built it as a sound room. Okay, so everything around here is built from junk I've scavenged like in the neighborhood. And that's what this is about, waste. Not complaining about it. It's been a blessing to me, and I understand how it's a problem here, because it's a really highly transient area with a lot of money and government and per diem, and government pays employees to just drop everything and move across the world or the country, and a lot of stuff gets left behind, and they encourage them to buy IKEA because you can just throw the crap away and be on a plane the next day and buy new IKEA stuff in Germany if they got IKEAs or whatever. So I make good use of what they throw away, and this is a sound room I built that I then turned into a growing room for succulents, and I'm growing some lotus over here. Got some more up here. These are grown from leaves, but see, like these lights. Grow lights are way too expensive, so I came up with is like I produce, I produce those for like $5, and the expensive grow lights, the succulents hated them, and I came up with this notion that the grow lights were a ripoff, and I tried this, and they've been loving it ever since. But the point is that all this stuff is junk. And it's just what I scavenged on my own, a lot of it on foot from across the street, the apartments across the street. And and throughout the county, I mean, they throw away tons and tons and tons of this stuff, all the time, every day. And what the president's doing is going to cause a landslide of stuff getting thrown away, especially if he starts shutting down agencies. See, that's like a experiment in growing in pure charcoal, like just pure charcoal, and then I water with organic fertilizer water, fermented water from composted water, and then the charcoal sucks up the extra nutrients and starts to hold them just like a fish tank charcoal would. This is a rat trap, not finished. It's really cool though. It's going to go into something I'll show you in a minute. Here's some more. See, they're hung from the ceiling. Like that chain, I bought the chain. Almost nothing around here is bought. But it's like the idea. But this is just like, they throw these bed frames away all the time. Bunk bed frames. And see, the thing about it is they throw away all this stuff that's like engineered and designed and meeting standards. And I mean, it's like they throw away all this brilliant junk that's just like But then, like, before I started really getting into this side of it, I did a lot of welding and screws and nails and until I realized it's like, well, but what this stuff is, it's already made. And it's engineered to a high standard out of the most efficient materials. And so it's like, it's really strong, but it's light, it's like it's everything around here is garbage. That's like, and it goes together like kits. It goes together easier than gall dang IKEA, no instructions. And so you got these these are lights, and then wall gardens. Because I just accidentally got stuck in succulents, and I realized I didn't really want to do them, but I'm hard-headed, and I kept with them till now. I love them, because now I've mastered them. But okay, this is like some rat cages that I made for the rats that got in my house, because I'm not complaining. Rats are a problem, but they come from the apartments across the street, and the grocery stores, two grocery stores, both within a couple blocks of here. And they weren't a problem before, and then the apartments, I don't know, but I'm not complaining about all that, just saying whatever they're doing ain't working. So I held on to the rats. I eventually had to exterminate their offspring. Rats are really smart, and they're hard to get rid of, and I said, I better hold on to them, because whatever they're doing ain't working, and I want to learn, try to figure out my own thing, and I think I've come up with the plan. But that's all made out of junk. All that stuff was thrown away. This is like the first rat that I caught, the mother of the rest of them. And it's pretty cool. It's got like a running wheel made out of a bicycle thing, and this is her apartment here. It's just a oven, a little mini oven. And she goes up here, and then more hanging stuff, and so see, like all this stuff, this is all like from junk. That's solar, but I'm afraid to, like, if I want to go to solar, but I don't have the focus to. I like building stuff, and I'm afraid that I'll take it for granted and start a fire or something. I don't know. I'm nervous about that part. I don't feel like dedicating. Like, I don't have a dog, because it's a lot of responsibility, and so would that be. And so I stick to this stuff. So this is my rat trap. This is my design for how to get rid of rats, like altogether. Not just put out some poison and they seem gone and then they pop back up again. Because you're never going to get the last few. They're really smart. And the more you catch them, the more you kill them, the harder you try to get rid of them, the smarter they get and craftier they get. And it's like, no, you got to get, you want to get rid of them, you got to get rid of the last one. And this is, I'm artistic. And I have a pretty girlfriend who likes my work. So it always inspires me to go further. This is going to be like a rat circus. And it'll be maybe an Airbnb, like you can put a little cot in there and you can spend the night with the rats. See? And it'll be like rats, and we'll put running wheels over here. I'm going to fill that with wood chips so they can dig holes and stuff in it. little caves. But see, the point of this is when I put her outside, other rats started coming, and also the wild cats that live back in the swamp that are real good rat catchers. They smell her and they come around every night now. So, and then the rats smell her and then they come around, and then you bring the rats and the cats together and boom, you're getting rid of rats. But this is going to be like, the rats will be living in the back there, and then it'll have an entrance where other rats will come in, but they can't get back out again. So it attracts them. The idea is to get the last rat, because by the time you get down, they're really prolific, and they breed so fast so that they will. That's why you can't. That's why they've been. We've never solved the rat problem throughout history. You got to get them last couple rats, and by the time you get it down to those last rats, they are. The last ones are really smart, and they are not going to get caught, and you will think the rats are gone, and they will go to ground, and they will hide, and then they will breed, and then they'll be, and each generation gets smarter. They get, but you can't catch them the way I couldn't catch her son and daughter the way I caught her. And then after I caught them, their sons and daughters, I never did catch them. I had to kill them, and it was almost a shame. But anyway, they'll grow. This is where they'll live. I'm going to put wood chips, because see, here, the first time I ever saw signs of rats was in a wood chip experiment, breaking wood chips down into compost. And I could never get the effect that I got on the first pile of the amount of heat, because I wanted to heat the house in hot water with the wood chip heat, but I could never get it as hot. And then I got to thinking that it was rats living in there, and that them crapping and peeing had the effect that caused the heat. So I'm going to put them in there, and then let them, caged and trapped, and then see if I can get that effect of the heat with the experiment of the circus trap. But then there'll be a way for curious rats who will come around to mate, or just curious in the middle of the night. Who will come and find they're thinking they're sneaking in. Look, I found a way in, but you get in, can't get back out again. And it doesn't lead to them, and I come out and I go, oh, look, got one. Then figure out what to do with it, Kill it if I got too many. But anyway, this is what the accidental succulent turned into. This is all built out of junk. And I mean, we had this horrid winter, Arctic winter, that started really early, much earlier than I anticipated. And I just got this stuff all in here and locked down in time. Got this thing built. This is it's a wood chip furnace, this one and that one. And with this pipe, like, to heat the soil and heat the air in it, and then pump the air inside, and then hot water also circulating. And then like up there. And so this is the kind of stuff I do with the junk and the wood chips. See, wood chips are a problem. They bring them out to you for free. But then, see, I'm gonna learn how to harvest the heat, turn them into really good quality soil. I mean, that's what I'm doing, and do it fast. And it's also like Uh, it also holds like moisture, like the Chesapeake Bay. You know, they say, "Oh man, we're doing a horrible job because of runoff water from all the roads and the houses and stuff." And it's like, yeah, because everybody is got grass that dried. The ground is hard and like, see these. My idea is, see, like this here. When you're gardening and you got to go down there and deal with the weeds, that sucks. When the weeds are up here and you're going through and cleaning up your little garden, even if you're growing food or if you're growing flowers, it's a pleasure. I'll just tell you, I've been gardening my whole life. And when you get the dirt up here, and it's no problem to keep up with the weeds. So it kind of changes the equation, hopefully enough that, you know, come up with the right designs and the right systems, and you've got people growing food or flowers and holding more water, saving the Chesapeake Bay, whatever. Because I'm trying to I'm getting to where I make a point. And before this thing gets long in the tooth, I mean, like, this pond. You know, I put this in. The only thing I bought was the pond liner. And I didn't even buy that. I won a bet with somebody and they had to buy me the pond liner. But, and it's been, I mean, I finished stuff. It's a success. I learned what I needed. I move on. And then one day when I become a big deal because I'm the guy who knows how to get shit done, then I'll get it all cleaned up and turn it to showcase it all. Everything here has got designs and purpose. But I'm only one guy, and I have problems with moving around, and I need a lot of physical therapy all the time, and so I move slow, but I don't stop fucking moving. I don't stop darn tooting moving. And so I've just got, there's a greenhouse that's all built out of junk. Whole thing built out of stuff, and all stuff like right in the neighborhood. There's just like one little, and it's not even like, it's just the stuff I happen to get or happen to be around and see and spend the time to get. It's not like, they would have thrown away. They threw away a lot more than this around the neighborhood. Or in every neighborhood around here. And I've hitchhiked the whole country when I was younger, and from when I left here and got back here, there was nowhere else comes anywhere near the amount of junk these people throw away here because of the federal government. Not necessarily knocking them, because it's a transit industry, military and intelligence. I mean, just a lot of movement, and but I don't want to go knocking them, even though they suck. This is a experiment. I'll send you a video to go with it. How I make the charcoal that I grew in. But and I'm not. My point is not even about any of this. It is and it ain't. The point is, because I can keep showing you stuff for a really long time, and telling you stuff that you wouldn't know, because I look at everything different than everybody else. And in video 3, I'll explain that. But I did want to show you. There's like some gardens down here I'm working on. and the one on the right it worked. Didn't water it the whole season. No weeds, no water, and the groundhogs can't get up in it. And then this is a new one. This is this year, which is a no weed, no water. And see those red, white, and blue? I mean, it's red, white striped flowers. And then where I got them from was there was these periwinkle flowers growing underneath that are like they're purpley blue with a white star in the middle. And I'll tell you in video 2 why that's important. Why it's important that somebody purposely grew, because I got them I scavenged them from somewhere else. But why somebody purposely grew red, white striped hedge with periwinkle flowers underneath it. Red, white, they grew the flag. But there's a unique story of who and why that will matter to you. Okay, so here's the flowers. See? See the white star in the middle, surrounded by it's a purple field, but for the purpose of their design it was blue. Here's another wood chip succulent experiment, and they made it through the winter too. Look at that lion's mane. Just found that yesterday, which is like an important brain mushroom. But well, let me see. And there's this guy. Which is like, see, look. See the arch? Because I was born in France, and I wanted like a old world look. But that's concrete from I think across the street. When they had to dig up they had to put in the wheelchair access for the sidewalks, and they had to dig up the sidewalks, and I got them to dump it over here, and then I did that. and I just the stuff you could do with concrete that they throw away, and I'd like to build a castle out of it. But I mean, I terraced. There's the same concrete walls there, you know, all up the sides, and then it's terraced up there with the fruit trees. And then here, like, just all junk. And it's tight too. It's all tight. That's the thing. See, it's these zip ties, stainless steel zip ties, and wire, and I got to where the welding was causing me health problems because of the fumes. It just got to be a problem, and I just push came to shove. I couldn't build anything cool anymore, and I came up with this. Like all this stuff it's all held together with zip ties, but stainless steel, because the plastic ones, you can do a lot with the plastic, but the sun breaks them down. But see, that's the Queen. It's called Queen's Gambit, and this is the King, which is like. But then there's like Black Cleopatra, Mark Antony, No, that's Mark Antony. That's Augustus Caesar. And then there's Jesus, dead, sitting in Mary's lap, and Lady Justice, and Phoenix. And the whole thing is the chess piece, king chess piece. But then I got like 20 sets of from around, different designs from around the world, or different cultural designs. I don't, if they came from, some come from around the world, hand carved in Africa and stuff. And I put magnets on them, and it's not set up now because no one's going to see it, and the weather will just screw it up. But I got them all ready, and I tell a story of history with the chess pieces coming up and going up here, and then there's this stairway that goes all the way up to, and then all the way up to the top, and then the phoenix raising from the ashes of it all. Because I'm artistic, stuff just comes out of me. But it's more the challenge. It's the engineered challenge. Like, can I do this with junk and zip ties? And yeah, it's like goddamn right. I mean, and this is like a loft. I call it the Eagle's Nest, and it's for like a like there'll be another one down there, and it would be like Airbnb. You bring your kids. Well, see, this is like kind of a like the parents are down, the chaperone parents are down there, and they come here and they go through the gardens and they have a nice meal at, have it delivered through, I forget what they call it, the delivery food thing. And then, but it's for like middle school kids that are dating. And so, they come here with their chaperones on the date, and then one kid sleeps on this side and the other kid sleeps on this side, and there's the glass separating them so they can talk to each other. But they they don't. There's well, I mean, they can always cheat, but then you got like that's gonna be the heat for it. But it's all really, it's just idea designs. It's not like I would get around to doing all that in my current condition, because it's really just to be able to prove the viability of my ideas, because see, this is Northern Virginia, and it used to be, I grew up here, and it used to be people were normal, and the bigger the federal government's gotten, the whole place is spook town now. Nobody talks to each other. Everybody looks at everybody weird. They're all everybody's got these high security clearances, and they all work for the federal government. There's only one industry in this whole area. It's something that you all should, keep at the top of your mind, is that this is like the richest place in the world, and we don't produce. Trucks come in here full of everything the world makes and leaves empty. Everywhere else, trucks come in full and leave full. Because everywhere else, there's industries that produce stuff, and it's called trade. Here, there's no trade. I'm not kidding either. They don't produce anything here, and the trucks come in. If they leave full of something, it's tax forms or regulation forms or some kind of bullshit like that. But when it comes to even office stuff, when a federal office moves from one building to another, they just throw away everything, computers and furniture and all kind. That's what's going to happen when you people are shutting down this. I agree with what you're doing. What I'm saying is you need me, See, I've been doing this for years, and nobody even talks to me. You know, and I can't, like, I try to reach out and say, look at what we could be doing here and solving real problems. Everybody looks at you funny, like, solving problems. There's no problems to solve. The taxpayers send in their money. We spend it. Well, you know, who do you think you are? The president or Jesus? It's like, what? You know, like, this doesn't happen anywhere else. Everywhere else, you want to scavenge stuff, you're out there with other people, because it all has value to them. Nothing has value to these people. And I try to refrain from talking about them like that, and then I don't, you know, because it really sucks here. You know, somebody like me is a parasite. It's like Trump. He comes to town, I'm like, oh, here's somebody who gets it. Elon Musk, somebody who gets it. You know, that you can do stuff, you can make stuff. We got a world we can build. Whoa. And then there's these weirdos they're all like, I don't even have to go into it. You know what I'm talking about. And I think I've made my point. So, and I feel pretty good about it. I think I'll just go ahead and do part 2 now.